and will continue until he's 18. After getting used to the weight of a non-moving prosthetic arm, he was ready to advance to the next step.
This week when we got to do the first real prosthesis where he's got an opportunity to move a second hand for the first time in his life. Oh my goodness.
A donation from a local family is paying for Ramsey's care. Some adjustments are being made to make sure the prosthetic arm fits just right. Ramsey's returns in 2 weeks and will be able to take it home with him then. If you have an All Good News story you think we should hear about, please tell us on the ABC7 All Good News Facebook page. Thanks for joining us for Eyewitness News at 6. Tune in for Eyewitness News at 11 on ABC7. Some eyewitnesses here in the studio with us right now. Give a wave to them if you can. There they are, here to say hi. These are folks who are fans of Eyewitness News and have sent in video or pictures to us using the ABC7 app. Thanks for being here. Now let's go to World News Tonight with David Muir. That's next here on ABC7. I'm Mark Brown. I'll see you back here at 11.
Developing tonight, Vice President Harris and Governor Walz in their first interview since teaming up on the Democratic ticket. The growing controversy over former President Trump's visit to Arlington National Cemetery and fears of mosquito-borne illnesses this holiday weekend. Word just in of 2 new West Nile virus deaths. First, Vice President Harris and Governor Walz in that highly anticipated joint interview. Harris responding to criticism about her shifting positions on key issues, saying my values have not changed. And what she said about having a Republican in her cabinet. Harris and Walz campaigning in the Sun Belt, gaining ground in new polling. And Donald Trump making news, what he now says about IVF and 6-week abortion bans. Mary Bruce from the campaign trail. The new fallout from former President Trump's stop at Arlington National Cemetery. The Army now defending an Arlington staffer and her professionalism, saying she was pushed aside by members of the Trump campaign. Reaction tonight from veterans' families. Selena Wang reports. Growing concerns about mosquito-borne viruses heading into the holiday with 2 new deaths from West Nile virus and another reported case of that rare virus Triple E. How major cities in the Northeast are taking action. A new watchdog report slams the FBI and its handling of child sexual abuse cases. The severe storms now sweeping east across the country just as millions of Americans hit the roads and the skies for Labor Day weekend, with records expected to fall. A critical day in court for Brian Kohberger, the man accused of killing 4 Idaho college students, why his lawyers want a change of venue. And we hear from the family of one of the victims. Overseas, an American-made F-16 fighter jet goes down in Ukraine as a high-level delegation from Kyiv heads to Washington, asking for permission to hit targets inside Russia. Ian Pannell reporting. And America strong tonight after a thief stole their money. A brother and sister lemonade stand makes a comeback thanks to a major assist from the neighborhood.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening. It's great to have you with us on this Thursday night. I'm Whit Johnson in for David. We're following major developments tonight in the race for the White House. Former President Trump defending his recent visit to Arlington National Cemetery after a reported altercation between the Trump campaign and an Arlington staffer. But we begin with Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate Governor Tim Walz holding that first highly anticipated joint interview. Harris asked to explain how her views have shifted on key issues since she first ran for president in 2019, including on the border, fracking, and single-payer health care for all. Her answer, my values have not changed. Meantime, former President Donald Trump is blitzing states in the Rust Belt, making news on his positions on IVF and abortion. Even as the controversy grows over an event at Arlington National Cemetery, the Army responding tonight. And new national polling shows the race is a virtual dead heat, with just 68 days until the election. ABC's chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce leads us off in Savannah, Georgia.
Tonight, Kamala Harris in her first in-depth interview since entering this race, insisting her values have not changed since her last run for the White House. Speaking with CNN in an interview that airs tonight.
I think the most important and most significant aspect of my policy perspective and decisions is my values have not changed. You mentioned the Green New Deal. I have always believed, and I have worked on it, that the climate crisis is real. My value around what we need to do to secure our border, that value has not changed.
Harris and running mate Tim Walz sitting down for